Please. Camera.
Clifford Company Production 621. Scene S1, take 1, sound 1.
Action.
Okay. All right, Pink, I'm ready for you.
Let's do it over again because
Let's.
I'm fumbling and it's my fault.
Cut. I'm cut.
Take some.
Sound number 2.
Action.
All right, Pink, I'm ready for you. Would you come in, please, and sit down? You look nice and windblown today. How's it outside?
Cold.
Cold, windy, huh? That's right. Just a head a little bit more in profile, huh? That's fine now. Well, what kind of a day has it been? Yesterday, I mean.
Cut.
Sound number 3.
Action.
All right, Pink, I'm ready for you. You want to walk in and take your pose, the sitting pose this time. Yes. You look.
That's kind.
You
It's
look.
fine, the spirit is fine, but don't say you can walk in as if you know that we're. Camera.
Okay, stick.
Sound 4.
All right, Pink, I'm ready for you now.
Begin it from the beginning, Moses. Go back, Pinkin. Take your time painting.
After the action.
Yeah, I already said action. We're going.
Mm-hmm. All right, Pinker, I'm ready. If you are. Yes, the sitting pose this time, huh? You look. That's right. This is good. Just let me see your foot. The other foot. Just a little bit, the bottom. That's it. Fine. That's good. How have you been? You look so nice and windblown. How's it outside today?
It's freezing.
Freezing. Put your head in profile a bit. Just a little bit. That's good.
Cut. There's a nice piece there. How is it for you?
Camera.
Sound 5.
Okay, Pink, I'm ready for you if you are. We'll take the work on the sitting pose now.
Okay.
Good. Yes. That's it. There. Now show me the other leg, the bottom, please. That's it. That's it. You look so nice and fresh and windblown today. What kind of a day is it outside? I've been here for a long time already.
It's freezing.
Freezing? Well, you turn the head a little bit more in profile. That's it. And the hand a little in. That's good. Yes. And did you have a nice day yesterday?
All the way. Action.
Well, I never thought I'd make it today.
Why? Is it so cold and windy outside?
Well, the alarm clock didn't go off.
Oh, well, that's the trouble. One day I must buy you an alarm clock that will keep time so you wouldn't come late anymore. But you look so nice and fresh and windblown. How is it outside today?
It is freezing.
Very breezy, huh? It's quiet and sort of still when I left the studio about 2 hours ago. I left my home for my studio about 2 hours ago.
Well, it's storm now.
Stormy now. Well, that's... the weather
Almost.
in New York changes very often. How's that? Eh?
No, forget about it. All right, don't take the scene over. We'll tell you when we want to stop. Cut.
What?
You have no idea how long we're going to play this. Okay, be completely relaxed, people.
Thanks. Sound 7.
Action.
I never thought I'd make it today.
Why? It's so cold outside?
My alarm clock didn't go off.
Well, I'll forgive you
That
this
messes
time.
up everything.
Oh, Well, I'll get you one day. I'm going to buy you an alarm clock. You look so nice today and fresh, wind blowing. How's it outside?
Well, it was because I was running.
Oh, and tell me, did you have a nice time last night? Did you go out? Did you visit people?
Yeah, I went to dinner
Don't be
with a
afraid to
couple of
look at it there.
friends.
And you went,
Now begin all over again. I went to say, get in profile and then say I went out last night. And look at it.
I went out last night. I went to dinner
where, who? To?
with a couple of dancers.
Oh, well, how, was it interesting?
Important people.
Important? Was it interesting?
It was, yeah. But they talk about themselves all the time.
Well, artists do that too. But one learns a lot from their talk, doesn't one?
Depends.
Was it boring?
No, it was very interesting, really.
Turn your head just a little bit in profile for a minute. Yes, go ahead, you can talk. What else happened there? Did you take part in the conversation?
Well, mostly I listened because they were talking so much.
But in any case, I imagine it was interesting. Artists are the same. They get together and they talk a lot. And
You want to cut it? Camera?
Sound 8.
Action.
I went to dinner last night with some
you
friends.
did. Were they, what kind of dancers?
Yeah, they were dancers.
Was it a nice, interesting dinner? Was it interesting for you?
The food was very good.
Yes. And the talk?
And the talk was, well, interesting, but
Yeah.
people
But
were
what?
talking about themselves all the time.
Well, they're very much like artists. When artists get together, they all talk about themselves. And I guess it should be interesting because even I get together with artists. I talk. Especially
About
when I have a
yourself.
drink or two on me. And you, did you do any talking?
Well, I listened most of the time.
You did? Yeah, well, you're the
I hardly
quiet.
had a chance to say anything.
They wouldn't let you. Each one was so full of himself, wasn't
Yeah, there was no space.
it? Yes, well, one day you'll do a lot of talking and another young girl will say what you're saying today. Huh?
Who knows?
Yes. And what else have you been doing lately? Have you been seeing your boyfriend, the dancer, with the hair down his eyes?
Like this.
Yeah, that's just like that,
Yeah,
yeah? How
right.
is he?
Oh, he's fine. He's in a
Yes.
play. He's not a dancer.
Oh, he's in a play. Oh, he's a player. He's an actor. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he was a dancer. Is he engaged someplace right now at this moment?
Yes, he is the lead in an off-Broadway show.
Oh, yes? Oh. Can one go and see him? I'd like to see him. I heard about him more, not from you, but from other girls.
You did?
Yes, I did. But he must be quite a fellow. Huh?
He's okay.
He's very talented, isn't he?
He works all the time.
He
He's a
works. Well, I
working
think that
actor.
you know what Bernard Shaw or somebody else, I don't know whether it was he who said that genius is 95% of perspiration and work and only 5% of talent. You think
That
it's
may be
right?
true, yeah.
Huh?
Maybe
Let's
some
cut it.
truth.
Okay.
All right,
I think this is a very nice piece.
No, this is all NG. Why? Because. Camera.
What do you think?
Sound 9.
Give a lot of voice there. You know, don't be afraid. Forget
Yeah.
that we're here.
And take a look at me every once in a while.
Action.
I went to dinner last night with a couple of dancers.
Oh, yes? Was it
Yes.
well-known dancers?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
people I'm working with.
Oh. And was it an interesting dinner?
It was very interesting.
The
We
food?
talked all night.
Talking all night? How's the food?
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful food. Was the talk as beautiful or not quite?
Well, they talked about themselves all the time.
Well,
I
that
guess
makes.
they have to.
Well, I guess they're very much like artists. They
They
also
are
talk about
artists.
themselves when they get together. Each
That's
one
right.
has his own problems. And have you learned from their talk something?
Cut. Let's do one more. Moses, once you get started, let it.
Joe?
Sound 10.
Action.
I went to a party last night.
Oh, what is
Well,
it?
rather a dinner
Oh, yes?
with some dancers.
Well-known dancers?
Well, yes, the people I'm working with. I guess they are well known among
Mm.
some people.
How are they? Are they very much like artists?
Well, these people talked all night.
Uh-huh.
We talked an awful long time, but about themselves.
And what were you doing?
I was talking too, but listening most of the time.
Mostly listening. Well, I guess they're just like artists. They talk a lot about themselves when they get together. But it must be quite interesting. Just turn the head a little bit more in profile now. Yes. And you can talk if you wish. And
All right, just tell them the story about what happened there, honey, and look at him and don't be afraid. Look directly at him, Pink, and tell him the story about the folks there and the good food and everything else.
how was the food?
They had some very good-looking food, which tasted good too.
Well, that's good.
This-
Did you stay late?
yeah,
And
didn't get home until about 2:30.
oh, no
Time
wonder.
just flew by.
No wonder you came late.
That's right.
Yeah, but you look.
I didn't
fresh
think I would
anyway.
make it.
Huh?
I didn't think I'd ever make it.
Oh, uh-huh.
Because the alarm clock didn't go off, or else I didn't hear it.
Uh-huh. Well, that's all right.
The
And
one
tell me,
party visit, ask her about our fella now.
and tell me what's new in your love life. Do you ever see that
Oh,
young man
it's
that you
complicated.
spoke to me about the other day?
Yes. He's busy. He's running around.
Talk louder, please. I'm hard of hearing. You know that. What?
I'm sorry.
He's what?
He's running around like mad.
Oh, what is he
He's
doing?
in an off-Broadway play
Oh,
and has a very good part in it.
he has a good part. I'd like to go to that play and see it one day.
They're opening in next week.
Oh? Mm-hmm. What has he got a part of who?
I guess the second lead.
Is it
Right.
dramatic?
All right, let's cut it. That's about as far as we can go on our scene.
Camera.
I'm trying to write this thing. Oh, this is all right. Raise it when you raise it to the numbers. Okay.
Sound 11.
Action. How was the food, honey? Tell us about that.
Oh, it was beautiful. We had smoked, what do you call them? Oysters. And we ate with chopsticks, which made it all the more delicate and beautiful.
How was the main course? What do they give there?
It was very simple, really, but it all looked so exquisite. Meatloaf, beautiful meatloaf, made with brewer's yeast. These people are health food people.
Did you have any Zen food?
Well, maybe they call it Zen food, I don't know.
Cut. There's a nice little piece. Let's cut that.
Ready? Go.
Next.
Sound 12.
How was the food, Pinker? Tell us about that.
Oh, it was a beautiful dinner. They had smoked oysters, and we ate with chopsticks. And, well, it all was put together so beautifully that,
Was it as good a meal as you had in the last few weeks?
no, I never eat like that. We had meatloaf for the main course, and they made it with brewer's yeast, which is, well, health food. They all are very up on health food.
Cut. Very nice. Very nice.
Sound 13.
Oh, they were talking their heads off. I couldn't get a word in. I was listening most of the time. There was just no space to say anything.
Cut. All right, we'll do it over again.
Be careful with the
I'm
outside
sorry.
We'll
noise.
do it again. That's fine. Don't wait for me. Just go right into it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sound 14.
Action.
They were all talking like mad. I couldn't get a word in. There was just no space.
Cut. All right. Good. Very good.
Sound 15.
Hold the question until the airplane's in the clear. All right, Bill? All right.
Action. Whatever happened to that old hairy eye guy?
Oh, you mean with hair like that?
What did happen to him?
He's, well, running around. He's an actor and he keeps busy all the time.
Does he get any money for it?
Yeah, he works all the time. He's in an off-Broadway play. Of course, that doesn't pay very much.
Well, what do you know? Big shot, eh? All right, cut. Action.
How's your exhibition doing?
Well, I guess it's already there, you know. I sent away my paintings, and they seem to be satisfied with them. It's up to them now.
Are you going to have some drawings?
No, it'll be just paintings, I think. No, just paintings, not drawings at
How
all.
many paintings do you
About
think you'll have?
35 paintings or so.
Well, that's a big enough exhibition.
Yes, I think so. And they seem
It's
to
a big
be
show.
kind of excited about
Are
it.
you helping in the hanging of them? Are you?
Well, I probably will be there, but I wouldn't do any helping. They're supposed to do
I
themselves.
think it's a good idea to have just painting without paintings, without drawings.
I think so. I
Hmm?
think so.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it's,
think that confused the critics, as you
Yes,
said.
critics get
Yeah.
confused. Yes,
Well.
it's a very good idea.
I'll pack some then.
Uh-huh. Are you going to have a big opening?
Yeah, like always. You know.
Oh yes, they
Yeah.
expect many
Yeah,
people.
they expect a
there.
lot of people.
Yes.
Like one of Raphael's openings. So
Huh?
so,
Like one of mine.
Chaim Gross's or Raphael Sawyer's or people
old-
like that. Big openings.
Openings of the old artists,
Ah, yeah, the old
Huh?
guard.
the old generation of artists,
Yeah.
the veterans,
Huh?
the veterans.
The veterans, the old veterans.
Yeah. Well, it's good.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think
Well-
I'm through with it. I don't know what to do with it anymore. I think it's all finished.
Well, let me see.
Good work. Take a look at it.
Can
What do
you turn
think?
it around a little?
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's good enough.
I could work on the hands a little more.
No, the hands are better this way. It's
Yeah.
good to leave them like that.
Well, if
It
you
looks-
people, if
looks
you
pretty
people
good.
say so, I guess it's finished.
It looks very much like him.
It does.
It does look like me? Very much.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
it's done.
pretty good.
It's insulated. Oh. Insulated. Well, we'll have to do that by eye, that's all.
Eh?
Okay, that was... no slate. There's no slate on this, so we'll have to sync it up ourselves.
Camera.
Sound number 18.
Action.
Are you ready with your exhibition?
Yes, I'm practically all finished with it.
All
The
set.
pictures are all in the gallery now, and
Yeah.
the catalog will be ready sometimes this week, and I'm all finished.
Are
They
you-
seem to be satisfied with
Are you
it.
going to have some drawings? for the
No,
exhibition?
just oil paintings.
Well, that's a good idea not to have drawings.
Yes, I think so. I
Just
think
paintings.
that's...
Confuses critics.
It does confuse them, and I decided to have only paintings, and that's about all. Well, listen, I think I'm through with this too. You want to take a look at it? I could work longer, but I'm afraid to spoil
Turn
it.
it this way a little bit.
Yeah,
Let me see now.
take a look at it.
Yes, I think it's finished.
I could work a little bit more
No,
here.
I'd leave them alone. I leave the hands alone.
Yes,
I kind of
well.
like this effect.
What about you, Art?
very
You think it's
simple.
all-
I think
it looks very much like him.
Yeah, well, if
it's
you
a
two
good
fellas
painting.
say it's okay, the only thing remains for me is to sign my name to it. Huh?
Yes.
Yes? Okay then.
That's good.
It's all done.
Will you have a big opening at the show?
Very big, yes,
Yes.
like usually, like the old
Veteran.
timers openings, like those of, say, Raphael Sawyer or Chaim Gross, or
And etc.
etc. Phil Evergood, and so
Hold
on.
that position, please. Right here.
I'll move out of the way. Sound number 19.
Action.
I think it's a good idea to have just paintings without drawings.
Yes, I think so, because I think when you have a lot of paintings and drawings, it's liable to confuse the art critics.
And will you have you expect a large opening, a big opening, many people?
Yes, I think it will be nice. They expect a large opening. They're very happy about it,
Will
and they're preparing.
Will you serve scotch and soda?
Yeah, I guess they will.
That's good.
Why not?
That's
Friends should feel happy. They wouldn't be able to see the pictures anyway.
We don't look at pictures.
You
At
don't?
openings, we don't
No.
look at pictures.
I'm going to have to cut here. Hold still right there. Look, Billy, on that mic, I see it. It's very badly hidden.
Listen, Moses. Settle
That
down.
appeals to him. That appeals to Sydney.
Sound 20.
Action.
Well, I think it's a good idea to have just an exhibition of paintings without the drawings.
Begin again on I think it's a good idea because we had a noise.
I think it's a very good idea to have an exhibition of paintings and no drawings.
I think so. I think drawings and paintings are liable to confuse the art critics.
Yes, it's you see the paintings better, and you're not confused by this big number of things at one time. And will you have a big opening?
Yes, I think they're preparing a big opening. They expect a more than usual big opening.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be sort of excited about it.
Will they serve scotch and soda?
I hope so. I think that the friends should be happy.
That's good.
Yeah.
I surely will come to the opening.
Say it always helps to have scotch and soda.
Yeah, because it kind of helps to have scotch and soda. People don't look at paintings anyhow. They may as well have a good time. And
Cut.
Okay.
That's great, that last one.
Keen, did you see the show of Rico Lebrun of the
No.
drawings of
You told-
Dante's Inferno?
Of Inferno. You told me the gallery and the times, and I tried to get there but couldn't. I'm very greatly disappointed. I am going to write to Rico, remind him of the good times we had at Arthur Lee's 30 years ago, when he and Tony Salemi chefed wonderful Italian meals.
Action.
Keen, did you see the show of Rico Lebrun of the illustrations to Dante's Inferno?
No, you gave me the gallery and address and the time of the showing, and I wasn't able to get there. I am terribly disappointed. I am going to write to Rico, remind him of the fine times we used to have at Arthur Lee's studio 30 years ago, and the wonderful Italian meals that Tony Salemi and Rico Lebrun chefed and Paul Ogden cooked, and the glorious conviviality that we had. But what I really want to tell Rico Lebrun is that there have been few challenges to an illustrator to compare with Dante's Paradise. Objective, representational illustration is out of the question. Flaxman, who was so superb with his realism, his diagrammatic realism for hell and purgatory, has to adopt a completely false convention for paradise. Paradise is of space, speed, and light. No human figures are shown until the very end, and there is a symbolic purpose in showing the human figures as human figures. Up to Canto 30 or 31. The persons are a bit like artichokes, the center, the core, being light, and the wrappings, the layers, increasingly brilliant light. Now, the locale of paradise goes from moving heaven to space. Space was not conceived of until early in the 20th century. And paradise, except to Italians, has remained an unread book.